Stop buying your t-shirts at Walmart. You know where you can get all of the best heat transfer equipment and supplies. Heat Press Nation, right? But where do you get your blank t-shirts from? And actually, more importantly, where do you get professional, pro quality blank t-shirts from? We're gonna answer that in this video. So if you've been wondering that, if you're just getting started on your t-shirt printing journey, you wanna bookmark this video because we're sharing all the sauce with you absolutely free. We're not making any money from any of the companies referenced in this video. Although if any of you guys want to send me a gift basket, go for it. But we're not getting any kickbacks or anything like that. All of the information in this video is shared for free as a reference so you can get started off on the best possible footing for your t-shirt business. Now, before I go any further, do me a favor, hit that like button and be sure to subscribe to the Heat Press Nation YouTube channel if you're interested in this type of content regarding t-shirt printing, heat pressing, and anything like that. We have fresh content coming out every week. Okay, let's dive in. So you just started your t-shirt printing business, you got your heat press from Heat Press Nation, and now you need to know where to get your blank t-shirts from. Now, yes, in theory, you can go to your local Walmart or Target or whatever and pick up a blank t-shirt, but there's a few reasons why you don't want to do that. I don't want to spend too much time on this topic, but really you don't want to be using sub-quality t-shirts. Those shirts are not really intended to be printed on. There's no guarantee that they could stand up to the heat transfer process. A lot of the times those are going to be cotton poly blends, but not all polyester is created equal. So when you heat press it, you're going to get those big scorch marks. Please just trust me when I say these t-shirts are not ideal for heat transfer. You want to get your t-shirts from reputable companies that produce blanks specifically for garment decoration by heat press. So where are you going to find these brands, these top brands? There's a few different places, and I'm going to spill all the beans today, no gatekeeping. So first off, I'm going to talk about wholesalers. We're going to talk about major distributors for multiple brands. Now, when you're working with these major distributors, these wholesalers, very often you're going to need a state resale certificate, resale license to prove that you are a business. And this is going to do two things. It's going to get you access to these industry exclusive dealers, and it's also going to get you excluded from paying sales tax on your blanks. Now, you do still have to worry about paying sales tax on your sales that you make. That's a whole different video, whole different topic. Go ahead and Google that, ChatGPT that, get your info from somewhere reputable. But in short, when you're purchasing from one of these major distributors, you're not paying sales tax and you're getting a huge discount from the retail charge for these blanks. That way you could save money on the blanks and mark up these t-shirts, and then you make the money from your customer. This pricing is designed for you to mark it up in your cost. Some of our favorites are going to be S&S Activewear and Sanmar. These are two of the biggest major distributors for tons of brands, literally all of the best brands. I'm talking Gildan, American Apparel, Comfort Colors, Bala Canvas, Allmade, and so much more. You can find all of these brands available at big distributors like Sanmar and S&S Activewear. Again, you will need your state resale certificate in order to be able to create an account there, but you'll have all the benefits. Now, there are also other distributors out there, like one of my favorites, Superline. Superline is great because they do carry multiple brands there. Not as huge of a selection as what you're going to find at S&S Activewear or Sanmar, but this is intentional because at Superline, what they've done is they've curated an awesome collection of very hip, fashion-forward blanks. So you're finding stuff, not just t-shirts and hoodies, but also shorts, denim, sweatpants, stuff like that. So, depending on where you're going, you're going to find different selections. And when you shop with a smaller distributor like Superline, you're going to spend a lot less time sifting through all of the products, and you're just laser focused on, yes, super cool blanks here, and here. And so these are going to be the major distributors. Now, you are able to go direct to manufacturer in a lot of cases, especially if you do have that state resale certificate for tax exemption. Some of my favorite manufacturers that I like to order direct from are AS Color, Bala Canvas, and Smart Blanks. I order a lot from these companies, and so I do keep individual accounts open with each one. But maybe your shop, you want to have just access to a huge variety, and maybe you don't want to create accounts with each and every single manufacturer. That's when you're going to love your relationship with your distributor like S&S Activewear, Superline, Sanmar, etc. Now, if you're just starting out, you probably don't have your state resale certificate just yet, but you want to order shirts on the cheap, good shirts on the cheap. So in that case, there are some wholesalers that do sell at a slightly higher price than the major distributors. And best of all, you don't have to have your state resale certificate. Now with these websites, you will still be paying sales tax, so you want to factor that into your pricing. Two of my favorites are going to be Jiffy, formerly Jiffy Shirts, but now it's just jiffy.com, and ShirtSpace. Oh man, ShirtSpace is great. Jiffy's great. These websites, they have a huge variety of everything from t-shirts. I keep saying t-shirts, but it's t-shirts, hoodies, sweatpants, hats, even things like tote bags and duffel bags and things like that. You can get all of that stuff there, and you don't have to have your resale certificate when you shop Jiffy or when you shop ShirtSpace.
Wow.
In fact, there are a few manufacturers and other sites that I personally love where you don't have to have your state resale certificate to purchase direct. Bella Canvas has a maker account that you could apply for. You don't have to have your resale certificate to purchase direct if you have a maker account with Bella Canvas. Now the pricing may not be quite as good as if you had the full wholesale account, but it's still really, really good, and it's not nearly what you're gonna spend retail. So that's a huge plus. Also, Silky Socks. You could purchase direct from Silky Socks your sublimation apparel if you have a wholesale license or not. You still get great pricing there. Usually it's a difference of like sales tax. Are you gonna pay sales tax or not? Another site, Superline, is another company where it's great if you have your wholesale setup, but even if you don't, you could still purchase great priced blanks from Superline, from companies like this. But again, if you're just getting started, you haven't worked out all the paperwork and you haven't gotten all that done yet, you could already start ordering shirts on the cheap. And this is not my favorite way to buy shirts, but it is worth mentioning: retail. And when I say retail, I'm talking full price. Look, if you want to get your hand on some samples, you haven't done any sort of setup, maybe you're just doing this as a hobby, you're only buying shirts a few times a year, and you were Googling cheap shirts and you found this video, you are able to purchase that full retail from sites like AS Color or Los Angeles Apparel. Those are very premium blanks. They're so premium that they sell on the retail side. So people are paying, like this is an AS Color Classic, Classic Minus. I wanna say this shirt retails somewhere around $22. That's not what I pay wholesale. But if you absolutely wanted this blank t-shirt and you didn't have any accounts or anything like that, you could still get it. You're just gonna be paying full retail. Another great example of this is gonna be your local craft store. So I know here in Southern California, Michaels and Hobby Lobby, they both sell t-shirts. Hobby Lobby sells Comfort Colors, Michaels has Bella Canvas, and I believe they both carry Gildan. You're gonna pay more than what you would pay at any of the other sites that I just mentioned earlier in this video, but it's local. You can walk in, walk out with the shirt. So yes, you're gonna pay a little bit more per piece. I would never go to Michael's for a 100 shirt order, but if I just have 2 shirts and it's for my cousin and I'm not really making a lot of money on the order anyways, yeah, I probably will go to Michael's. Now, I can't speak for everywhere, but I know here in Southern California, a super hidden gem, a little t-shirt printer secret, okay? T-shirt outlets or uniform outlets. So here in Southern California, we have a lot of uniform supply stores where people can go and buy their scrubs and just buy other different uniform style clothing, like the Dickies work shirts, Dickies pants, and things like that. At all of these stores is where you're gonna find t-shirts like American Apparel. You're gonna find Pro Clubs, Shockaware. I know it's a part of Southern California culture, and I can't really say this for any other area. I can't guarantee you're gonna find these spots, but out here, we have tons of these t-shirt outlets. They're a great place to buy good quality streetwear style blanks for a pretty decent price. Again, you can get all of these cheaper at one of the wholesalers I just mentioned, but if you need a shirt like buy today, you can find one of these uniform supply stores or t-shirt outlets and you could find them there. So I don't know if it's gonna be like that where you live, but again, here in SoCal, that's what we got. So that's it. That's where you can get awesome retail quality professional blank t-shirts and other items at a great price. You have a lot of different options out there, from the super major wholesale distributors to the kind of wholesale to the retail. Hey, whatever works best for you, for your project, for your budget, for your time frame, you want to consider all of those things when deciding where to purchase your blanks from. Oh, hold on. Yes. Whoa, I just got word from our lawyers that I need to tell you. Just kidding, I don't have any lawyers in my way. No, but really, I do gotta tell you that the information shared in this video is purely for reference only. Heat Press Nation does not officially endorse any of these companies, and we're not making a dime from any of them. So please feel free to click on these links or explore these companies at your own risk. And really, at the heart of it, we just love education and being able to share information for free here at Heat Press Nation. It's a big part of what we do here. Like, yes, we want you to buy our heat presses and all that stuff, but what are you gonna do after you have your heat press? We want you to be successful in your business, and that's really why we're sharing this information. The last thing that I'm gonna say, if possible, get your butt out to a trade show. At these trade shows, you're often gonna find the t-shirt and other blank resellers and distributors and manufacturers. They're gonna have booths where you could go and look and touch everything. You can see all of the blank t-shirts and hoodies and sweatpants and all that cool stuff. Just off the top of my head, I know I've had a lot of fun at the different trade shows. We're able to see blanks that we're not really able to get otherwise, or you'd have to place orders and, are you really gonna buy 50 different t-shirts just to try them all? I mean, you could, or you could have a good time at the trade show, go see and feel all the blanks from your favorite manufacturers. So if at all possible, if you get the chance, head on out to a trade show. So, I know there's so many out there, but just off the top of my head, Graphics Pro Expo, Impressions Expo, Printing United, they all are gonna have t-shirt manufacturers there that you gotta check out. That's gonna do it for me. My name is Jared here with Heat Press Nation. And by the way, if you're looking for any sort of heat press, heat transfer equipment, or printing equipment, be sure to check out heatpressnation.com. We have the largest selection of professional heat presses in the USA and a huge variety of everything from direct-to-film, sublimation, white toner, HTV, and more. All of those supplies and equipment, heatpressnation.com. You gotta check it out. All right, that's it. Adios, everyone.